And Mayberry batting. And he's got a shot here to give his club the lead. Just one swing could do it.
Well, this is what you're waiting for. This kind of opportunity to change the game, and your pitcher then can go out with much more confidence.
Runners on the move. There's one. Here's the offense for Bud Black. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, second base is not typically your power production position, but Kelly Johnson can provide some pop from that position. He's a guy who's a left-handed hitter who looks to just spin on everything and hit the ball out of the ballpark. Not a lot of speed, but when you hit the ball out of the ballpark, you don't need to run too fast.
And that's going to do it. Tabata puts it away, third out. So they pick up a... Boy, it is a wonderful... Miami weather here at the home of the Marlins. He flew out his last time up. Now the first pitch. That's a foul ball. Helped him out there. 0-2.
Well, as a hitter, when a guy has a good fastball, you think you have to swing a lot harder to try to catch up with it. You really don't, but he did right there, and that's why he blew it past him.
Well, he finished that one off with a strikeout. Nice pitch.
Well, he climbs the ladder on him, Gary. He just didn't have enough bat speed to catch up to that pitch.
Bottker is up now. He had a single in his last time up. That will bring up Russell Martin. He'll be the pinch hitter.
Well, you can't blame the manager here. Playing the percentages, bringing in the right-handed hitter against this lefty pitcher. Let's see if it pays off. Well, definitely going to have to hold the runner close at first base. He can run. And, boy, if he gets to second base, he's in scoring position and could tie this one up.
On the way. And it's 0-2. Martin's going to have to cut down on his swing here.
Let's see if he shows a little more discipline at the plate tonight. Struck out twice in that game yesterday. It's just
Boy, pitcher needs to get. And out here, if you don't, you're going to have the potential for a very big inning offensively. Here's your big-time opportunity to put something up on the board. That will bring Derek Lee up. He's going to come on as a pinch hitter. And that's going to do it. Tabata puts it away, third out. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple. And if you were just tuning in, hi, Gary Thorne along with John Crutch, Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Tabata at the plate. He'll lead off the 7th inning. Cishak coming in now, and he'll be the new pitcher. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ball hit high in the air to right field. It's still going. This one comes off the wall.
Hey, look, you'd love to see him hit a double earlier in the inning when there's no outs or even 1 out, but you're going to take anything you can get with 2 outs. Let's see if they can get another 2-out hit to drive him in.
Now the State Farm leaderboard shows us some lineups that have really gotten into the swing of things during the past 10 games. The Brewers number 1, the Astros in second, The Dodgers third. Fourth spot, held by the Marlins. And number 5, the Phillies rounded out.
With this sort of power production, it's tough to pitch.
Swung on, bounced weakly to second. Walker scoops, throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Well, you want to keep. And Luke Scott. For 3 thus far. And starts him out here. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Opposite field hitting. It is a classic piece of baseball.
Especially on that inside. Pitch. It keeps the defense off guard when you can muscle the inside pitch to right field.
And it's low batting. Boy, pitcher needs to get an out here. If you don't, you're going to have the potential for a very big inning offensively. Here's your big-time opportunity to put something up on the board. That will bring up Carlos Pena. He'll grab a bat and hit here. 0-1, the offering from Hanrahan. Strike 2, Pena. He'll look for anything close. Fastball swung out and missed, and the side's retired. Save situation. And it's Neil Walker now. He'll lead off. High! And Francisco Rodriguez gets ready to throw as they make the pitching swap. And the tying run is on. He's going to try to stretch it.
Well, what an at-bat right there. You know, you're talking about a guy coming off the bench cold. It's one of the toughest things to do in all baseball, and he made it look easy.
McGilberry now digging a hole as he comes to the plate. Grounded out last time. Flied to right. This one's going to be fielded by Scott. And he gets to it and puts it away.
Well, things really heating up out there right now, Gary. Ike Davis coming up. Let's see what he can do.
Had a double his last time up. Oh, Taylor, here we go. And he swings and hits this one foul. Oh, and he takes off for second. Rodriguez with the delivery. Swings at that 1-1 pitch. Fastball by him. Strike 2. The 1-2 on its way. Swung on. That's going to be hit foul. Long fly ball left side. Oh, Taylor, here we go. Davis again fouling it off.
Well, even though he's still behind in the count, it's got to give himself a lot of confidence to know that this guy threw.
Well, he's running, taking off for second. Swung on, missed, curveball, struck him out, 2 down.
A tough loss here for this crowd today, but boy, do they see some kind of pitching performance from the visiting team.
Well, it's that time again. How about we take a look at our player of the game?
And a lot of these times you get multi-hit games, but they
Real good ball game. Great battle here, and the We've got Field in the box. And he's looking at an RBI that could be the difference in this ball game with it tied.
They may have to come home to cut down the lead runner here and keep this game where it is and give themselves a chance to come back and win later.
And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
Looking for the ground ball out, trying to get the hitter to roll over on it. Throws that sinker on the outside corner.
And Wainwright's pitch too low, taken for a ball. Let's take a look at how this pitcher has been utilizing his arsenal of pitches.
I mean, the one thing you notice comparing to his normal trends, he's definitely throwing that four-seamer a lot more today.
You know, this guy is known for his curveball, that 12-6 curveball, that big breaker that gets hitters off balance, that they give up on it. He's leaned on his other pitches more, but what I don't understand is why is he ignoring his best pitch?
Gets in front, stopped it. It's in the dirt. Ground ball to Freeze. Picks it up. Got one. Over to first and safe. Very close play. They will not get the double play.
Now, sometimes you make a great pitch, and the hitter just happens to be lucky at this particular time. This is one of those balls, not a play could be made on it. That's why he's on first base. Nicasio's
in the batter's box. Boy, he needs to get this out here. You do not want to give up that big hit to the opposing pitcher, especially with that top of the order waiting. Here's the 0-1 pitch, Wainwright. Here's a sinker that misses, 1-1. Steve, let's take a look and see how the pitcher's done today.
You know, Gary, location means everything, and he's going with a heater. He's not trying to fool, but he's keeping the ball down, and he's getting him to do what he wants. It's pounded into the ground.
A 1-1 pitch, and he watches that curve for strike two.
Look at the movement on this pitch. This 12-6 curveball just falls right off the table. Nearly impossible to hit this pitch anyways.
Curveball. Where did that miss? 2-2.
At this point of the game, he's got to be more efficient than what we're seeing right here. Up over 20 pitches in this inning, and he needs to get back in that zone.
That misses below the knees. That'll run us to the full 3-2 count. The 3-2 pitch. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. The 3-2 pitch. And he fouls another one off.
Well, you would obviously think that the more pitches a pitcher throws, the better chance you have of getting a hit. And right there, he kept himself alive by fouling off that 3-2 pitch low in the zone. This is a great battle.
Sinker swung on, missed. That's out number 2.
Well, that's a huge out right there. Now with 2 down, they've got a legitimate chance of getting out of this inning with the game still tied.
Young up at the plate.
Well, as a manager, you have to appreciate pitching performances like that. He threw a lot of pitches. He left it all on the mound. Very effective today, and that's what counts.
And he needs to come through here with 2 down.
Infield got to play back in this situation and get the out at the easiest base.
The pitch. Ball. Missed badly with a change there, 1-1.
The pitcher right there got lucky that ball stayed down in the zone. If that's up just a little bit higher, that ball could have been a souvenir.
The 1-1 now. Drilled towards third. And Young's got himself a single. That's going to break the tie. They lead by 1. And they're able to get 2 runs in. So look now at the win expectancy graph and what those 2 RBIs have done for their chances.
Anytime you bring a relief pitcher in out of the bullpen, you hope he gets the job done, but you're never really sure. This one, he left one out over the plate where the hitter can get his good part of the bat on it, and he drives in the go-ahead run.
Two down. Runners at first and second. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0. At the belt, the 1-0. 1-0 is a fastball that runs away. 2-0. And Molina's calling for the pitch. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. So they stretch across 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 left on. The Rockies have gained the upper hand here. We'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up next. And it's Molina at the plate.
You know, they're losing a little bit in the defensive department with this change. It may be geared more toward offense. It's just odd to make this move right now.
Matt Belisle's going to be pitching. They've decided it was time to make a change here. You know, he's trying desperately to get out of this inning with that 2-run lead intact, but a couple are on base here.
Well, he has the right look in his eyes, Gary, right now. He looks prepared. Let's see how he handles the situation.
Fouled away. Here's the delivery. This is in the air, straight away left. This one to Tulowitzki. That's the second out.
That's a big second out right there, holding on to a slim lead. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing without any major trouble.
And Jay stands in to hit. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. The pitch. Swings a little late that time, strike 1.
Well, that pitch right there, he just blew it right by the hitter, swung late.
This one's grounded near third, foul. Swung on, line to right field. And St. Louis should get a score here. And he scores, and we are tied. Now, after 2 RBIs on that hit, you can see how the WPA graph is looking. That's a really good pitch, Steve, on an 0-2 offering. You keep that down and in.
That's a perfect pitcher's pitch. At this point, you've got to tip your hat to the batter. That's a solid job.
And it's Carlos Beltran now. Well, this offense now really a renewed momentum, Steve.
Now, Gary, we just saw quality at bat. They capitalized on the opportunity, and now an opportunity to pull ahead here in this game. So outstanding clutch hitting.
Fastball misses badly. He's behind 2-0. And this is where all the errors and/or, in this case, the positives really shine because you haven't got a lot of room left.
You know, Gary, now if they can manufacture a run and take the lead, it could make all the difference and lead to a victory.
Shot towards the hole, and in there. He has struggled today. Now finally a base hit in the record book.
Well, 2 hits the last game, and you can see he was getting a little confidence as that game went on, and he's carrying it into this one with another good start.
And here's Lance Berkman. St. Louis, again, a great opportunity. Beltran's the runner at first base. Jay on at second. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike.
It's important to get that first strike. Now the pitcher in the catbird seat.
This one, it is hit deep by Berkman. Out of here, home run. The Cardinals take the lead. They were tied, now up by 3. That's a big knock. They're losing in this ball game and maybe a little concerned about what's going on the mound. A couple up in the bullpen.
Well, I think they're going to need to get a fresh arm in there soon. We're seeing the telltale signs of fatigue right now. Well, they put themselves in a position to take the lead, came up with a big hit, and now they're out in front. Job well done.
And Steve, looks like this is right where you want to do it, towards the end of the ball game. That's a very big hit.
Well, this is the point where the
first pitch to Kadire. Swing and a rocket toward short. That gets down. The tying run coming up.
So they tried to sneak that first pitch fastball by him, but he was sitting on it, and he whacked it in the left.
And here's Ramon Hernandez. He singled and later scored in his last time up. First pitch on the way. Fastball is high, 1-0.
Well, that two-seam fastball has to be thrown down in the zone. You throw it up, it flattens out, and you can get hurt.
Here's the 1-0. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind, 2-0. Pitch misses, ball 3. Hernandez now, let's see if he takes one.
A front door two-seam fastball, trying to throw it inside, letting it tail back to the inside corner. Couldn't quite catch the corner, though.
Lost him, ball 4. Potential tying run is on.
He didn't give him anything to hit at all. Free pass on 4 pitches.
Asagawa at the plate now.
Well, late in the game right here, I mean, you look for mistakes. You look for what you can capitalize on. And that walk now is the tying run on base.
Runners on first and second with 1 out. Fastball misses away, 1-0. Now what you're looking for, Steve, that ground ball, so that walk that we saw earlier doesn't hurt you.
Well, that's right. As a hitter, you're looking for him to get a ball up in the zone that you can drive and try to hit it off the wall to drive in that run.
1-0 pitch. A changeup stays outside, 2-0. That one's wide of the mark, and it's 3-0. Here's the pitch. Not looking at a fastball, 3-1 now.
Same thing here, selective 3-0. Now you can still be selective on 3-1. Make him throw it where you want it.
There's contact. He drove it well. And Jay didn't have a problem getting over there in time. That keeps those runners at first and second. We've got Field in the box. Bounced into a fielder's choices last time. Here's the first pitch, and that's too low, 1-0.
Good spot there, just down a little bit out of the zone. Tried to get him to chase. He wouldn't go for it.
The 1-0 pitch. Fastball low, 2-0. That one's drilled to short, and that's the third out for Kyle grabs it. And taking a look out there in the bullpen, their closer's getting ready to go. Finish off time.
Well, it sends a message to the team that we think this one's over. We're sending out our stopper.
Well, they chip away, grabbing an important run with that solo big fly. Colorado trying to get back in a position to challenge the lead. Leading it off, David Freese.
What a huge, huge win this was. A must-win situation, and they got it done. A critical game, and they live to fight another day, Gary.
I think you'll agree. We have got the perfect choice in this one for our player of the game. Fantastic display in this ball game by Lance Burton.
Yeah, I mean, this guy came out and made this team look like world beaters today. Couple of hits, and he went big. Fly. All in all, it adds up to a nice day's work, and they come away on top.
And, Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
And we hope you've enjoyed today's 2K Sports broadcast of Major League Baseball. For Steve, John, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. We will see you soon.
The NLDS starts here. We'll see the Miami Marlins as they play against the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's Major League Baseball here on
A great beginning to the postseason is about to begin. These two ball clubs surviving the regular season and now a division series. Gary Thorne with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. Josh Johnson over and over again. It's the pitching that baffles hitters. That's what comes out of his hand. The devotees of the Los Angeles Dodgers showing up here for this game. It'll be Clayton Kershaw, the starting pitcher. Steve, I'm wondering, what do you think of the strategy he's going to have going up against this Miami lineup?
Well, we got a lefty on the mound on this one, so the best stuff in the league among the elite left-handers in the game. Against a lineup that can certainly put runs up on the board, but you have to believe if the lefty can get the job done, he should put some zeros up.
We'll take a moment to look at the Marlins lineup. And our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
But he can get lost in the shuffle of the team that he's on. But day in and day out, Ike Davis produces. A big guy, he's going to be a huge power guy once he learns the pitchers in the league.
McGilberry now digging a hole as he comes to the plate as we get ready to get things going. Kershaw with a windup. A high pop-up. That's one away. Now we got a moment to look at how the Dodgers are going to shape up defensively. John, thoughts on the fielders here?
Well, in my opinion, maybe the best athlete in baseball is Matt Kemp. And when you watch him play center field, the way he roams there.
Ground ball by Davis. De Jesus. That's two gone. And Mayberry batting. Steve, what do you think of the Dodgers here in this game?
Well, we're pretty much back where we started. It's just a shorter series now. Both teams have played very well to this point. Not sure who it favors, but whoever does win tonight will certainly turn the tables in their favor.
And that's another foul ball. And Steve, it will make it a lot easier. You build up a little momentum in a tied series if you can come away with that game that puts you on top.
Well, especially when it's now a shorter series. This game could be the momentum necessary to win the series.
And they turn the double play. There's a real fine inning. Clayton Kershaw. He's off to a commanding. And in the batter's box, here's Mitchell. Let's take a look here at how he's been mixing up his pitches so far in this game.
Well, that's the key to success, is mixing up your pitches, and he's done just that. Being successful throwing his fastball for strikes, but also his breaking ball when he has to throw it to keep the hitters off balance.
A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And that one's put away to retire the side. No runs and a couple of hits. And for those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk, bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Flew out last time. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. And that one's hit. Kemp to field. He tracks it down.
Oh, he got a pitch to hit right there, but just a little bit out in front. Sends an easy fly ball to center field for the out.
And Mayberry batting. Last time picked up a single off Kershaw.
And look, he's not the only one that's hit this four-seamer today. His teammates are as well. And as a pitcher, you have to figure out what they're doing to have.
There's a swing high and deep into center field. Way back there. Gone. Goodbye home run. So that narrow one-run lead is now doubled on one swing of the bat as he got it out of here.
Gary, this offense has just been in control right here. Extending the lead, going to make it much more difficult to catch them later. Well, as a manager, you have to appreciate pitching performances like that. He threw a lot of pitches. He left it all on the mound. Very effective today, and that's what counts.
Steve, what a great shot that is. A momentum builder that comes late in the ball game, and now a chance to win this thing.
And now they can see if they can continue to get more offense to keep the pressure on.
Swings and misses at the fastball, 0-1. Makes contact. It is going to be fouled. That fly ball deep and off to the left. Two outs and a runner on second. You have two outs here in the inning. Only need one more. The last thing you want is a big two-out hit. They're not going to chance it with this guy.
Yeah, but I don't understand this. You've already got two outs in the inning, and this guy isn't one of the better hitters in the game. Go at him, challenge him, show something.
And we got his first batting. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. So that brings Kelly Johnson to the plate. He'll be the pinch hitter.
With 2 runners on base and a chance for a big inning, they're going to the pinch hitter, trying to see if they can't generate some offense this inning.
De La Rosa with the delivery. And that's a strike. Johnson's going to have to take a defensive stance here. Fisher will be the pinch hitter.
Well, it's a luxury for the manager having a lefty coming off the bench like this guy. They go to him here, hoping it's the right move against the right-handed pitcher.
Had a base hit his last time up. And Johnson ready for the first pitch. Johnson will foul that away. Oh, and Martin's going to steal. There he goes for second. Fastball swung out and missed, struck him out, one away. Over to first and safe. Very close play. They will not get the double play.
You know, what I like about this is on 0-2, he didn't mess around. He didn't try to nibble to get him chase off the plate. He goes right at him.
There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. This one towards Ethier. Now it's 2 down. Davis into the batter's box. He's had 1 hit, 4 times up. Runner on first, 2 away. First pitch on the way. There's a swing and a ball hit well. Deep, straightaway center field. Back. He heads all the way back to the warning track and gets the out. So they can't push any across. So James Loney leading it off. Steve, how about the pitching performance so far today?
How's this righty doing it? Well, he's getting a lot of ground ball outs, and it's because they just cannot seem to stay behind the ball. They keep hitting the top of the ball.
Bottom half of the ninth now, 1-0 count.
Well, his pitch count right now is up in triple digits, over 100 pitches. He could be running on fumes right now. The pitching coach, though, is going to have to keep an eye and just to see if he has that same movement on his pitches as he had earlier in the game. If he doesn't, you better go get him.
And there's the pitch inside from Johnson.
That curveball inside right there. Pretty good pitch, but if he leaves it over the plate, he's going to get hurt.
2-1 on the way. Swung on line to right center field. That gets down. The tying run coming up.
Well, good piece of hitting right there. And anytime you get your first hitter of the inning on base, it could set up the potential for a big inning.
Okay, it's quite a showdown we have right here. Young Matt Kemp coming up.
Kemp puts it on the ground. And a high throw, and he is in there at second base. Oh, and a wild throw. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. And starts him out here. Strike one. Broxton got him to swing. It's 0-1.
Oh, that's a swing right there. He wasn't trying to just hit a dribbler the other way. He was trying to hit that one out of the ballpark. Great pitch, though. He just swings and misses.
Here's the pitch. Ethier will foul that one away. they are going to make a defensive change here.
Well, it's always nice to have a defensive replacement coming off the bench and holding a lead or holding a deficit and giving yourself a chance to win. Now he needs to come up with a big play.
Andre Ethia misses, and he's gone. Strike 3.
Well, they needed that one. That's the first out. They need to try to limit the damage in this inning and hold on to that lead.
And in the batter's box, here's Mitchell.
Well, going to keep an eye and see how aggressive they're going to be to try to get back in this game. Speed out there at second base. Let's see if they put a potential double steal on.
The first pitch. And Broxton gets it too close. That'll be taken for a ball.
Trying to throw it in on the hitter's hands right here. Trying to get him to flinch and open up. He just laid off the pitch, didn't get the strike.
The 1-0 delivery is a fastball. Can't make contact. Strike 1. The 1-1. And here's a swing and a miss. He couldn't get that one. 1-2.
Well, right there was a lot of indecision right there on the hitter. He thought fastball. He saw a slider, but he saw it too late. That's why he swung late.
Thought he could make a play there, but it didn't happen. One-two pitch coming. Change-up swung on and missed. That'll be out number 2.
Not much movement to speak of. It's just 88 miles per hour. That's a big strikeout right there. Keeping the tying run at first base. The outfield's going to play deep. They're going to play no doubles. It's going to take 2 hits to tie up the game.
It's going to be DeJesus wearing the collar thus far. And here's the first one. Swing, fly ball. This may be the ball game. That's going to be a wrap. Final out of the ball game.
A tough loss here for this crowd today, but boy, do they see some kind of pitching performance from the visiting team.
Now our player of the game, and I don't think it's going to be a surprise. He's got our pick in this contest. Josh Johnson really pitched well today.
Well, every time a pitcher takes the mound, he'd love to be able to finish the game, Gary. But, you know, he can't complain about this one. He pitched absolutely outstanding. Turn it over to the bullpen. But the most important thing is they got the win, and this is something he can build on for the future.
What an outstanding affair.
Gary, as a ball club, you really want to come out and dictate the tempo right from the start of a series, and they did that today.
Great day for baseball here at 2K Sports. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Gary Thorne with John Kruk, Steve.